First you see me riding on a sonic boom, got my guitar shredding up a latest tune. Here is another YouTooz figure, and this is Rocker Fefe. I don't actually know who this is, I'm gonna be honest, but I thought the figure looked really fucking cool. So you can get this figure, not anymore actually, because it was a sort of pre-order item, that was only available for 30 days, and I decided to go out on a whim and get it, but it did cost around $29.99 here in the UK, but, you know, prices differ, prices change, and this is going to probably cost quite a lot on the secondhand market for the first couple of weeks that it's out, until it drops in price when either the IP, VTuber, or streamer does fall off. So without any further delay, let's get them out of this really nice plastic casing, which YouTooz always sends their figures in to keep it safe, to keep it from being harmed, and to keep it from being damaged in transit. We also have all the figures getting a nice sleeve here. This one looks really cool with a nice sort of school book sort of doodling art design with a couple of lightning bolts, some ink splatters, some very punk rock stuff there with like the dots, the X's, the lightning bolts, the pins, and the skulls. We have a couple of like road stuff here and a little bit of graffiti on the side with the YouTooz eyes at the bottom there. It is Rocker Fefe. Again, don't know who Fefe is, but we have the glam on the back as well as on the side with some, you know, standing out material, you know, that like sort of pushes off the cardboard on here. Moving on to the actual box though, it is part of the VTuber collection. So she is a VTuber, and this is number 20 in the VTuber line. And on the side, obviously, we have her with her guitar. Again, very similar art style to the sleeve. On the back, it says, your favorite VTuber is here. You know Fefe, white hair, plays bass, has a really great rec. You know Fefe. Sniff. Do you only buy this YouTooz figure because it looked cool? Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I did buy it because it looked cool, and that's about it. But again, continuing this really nice art style on the back, and then Mini Milk is what it says on the side. But on the top, we have another glam of Fefe, and then on the bottom, it shows that it's a 15 plus product, 100% authentic by YouTooz, and it's not for under threes, made in China, and made of a nice vinyl plastic. So let's you know, pop this open, and it does have a QR code at the top. Where does that QR code take you? I don't know. Do I trust it? Absolutely fucking not. Especially with the UK censorship laws right now, I do not trust where the fuck that is going to take me. So sliding out the figure, getting a look at the back of the box, we have a really nice, stylized version of Fefe with some more paper clips, bobby pins, just pins in general, and some lightning bolts. Then cracking open the plastic prison here, which again is another part of keeping the YouTooz figures safe and, you know, presenting them really nicely until they do arrive at your door. It does feel a little bit smaller than a couple of the other YouTooz that I have taken a look at on the channel, but there is so much detail into this figure with the ripped jeans there, the mini milk on the collar there. We have a random dude which kind of looks like Dante on the guitar, a cross with wings on the guitar, some strings going up it, very nice pink nails there, a little bit of a bracelet going on, the nice colored tips in the hair from the pink to the blue to the red, continuing on to the back as well. Again, I love MM, which I'm going to assume is Mini Milk, and then Mini Milk on the back of her shirt with some suspenders there. On her arm, she has a love letter, a diamond, some roses, an anchor, a sword, and some, obviously, shoelaces at the bottom. Face is pretty cool. She's got some blush there, some very detailed eyes, which I think is really cool, with a little bit of a YouTooz white highlight in there, an open mouth with like some pretty sharp teeth, and a piercing there. And honestly, this is just a really cool figure. I'm not really into VTubers. I don't watch too many. If any, I watch PNG tubers, which is more along the lines of like Game Theory, Glam Rock Dusky, Film Theory, Food Theory, Style Theory, and probably a couple of others as well. But I don't really watch VTubers. So it'll be really interesting to actually take a look at Fefe after getting this figure and seeing what her content actually is. I'm interested to see, But this is a really nicely designed YouTooz, and that is really mainly the only reason why I got this. Again, not being able to give you any information on who the person actually is. But on the bottom, it just has a YouTooz logo, just to show that it is a YouTooz product. And other than that, again, I don't really have too much else to say about this one. So I hope you all enjoyed this YouTube video. I'll see you all in the next one. Hope you all have an excellent day, and goodbye. Stay home and stay safe.